What is going on, guys? Welcome back to my channel. This is my review of the new edition of Deadpool 2 called Once Upon a Deadpool. Now I say new edition because it's really just Deadpool 2 with all of the profanity, all of the sexually explicit things out of the movie, cut for a PG-13 version, mixed with some Fred Savage and Deadpool comedy. And I will say this movie it's good. I enjoyed it. It's a fun time, but at the same time it literally rehashes the same story we've seen from Deadpool 2. And not that that's a problem, but it doesn't really add a lot of new value to the film except for bringing in Fred Savage, which Fred Savage is great. I love the chemistry that him and Deadpool have in the film, and I love the whole ripping on The Princess Bride, which, by the way, is my all-time favorite film. And so I really like that dynamic, but it doesn't do more than that. It doesn't push the envelope at all, really, when it comes to the main story. And that's part of the problem with this film, is that it feels like this movie had to cut so much out of the film. It felt different, and it didn't feel like I was watching Deadpool 2, but it was kind of like I was watching almost like a fan-edited movie of Deadpool 2. It just doesn't feel right. And this movie, it works. Deadpool can work in a PG-13 setting, for sure. But I think trying to re-edit Deadpool 2 into a more family-friendly film, even though this film's not family-friendly, but I will, put that to the side and talk about that in a little bit. It doesn't feel right that he can actually do a PG-13 movie, because the problem is they tried to recreate Deadpool 2 or re-edit Deadpool 2 by having that filter, having that tightness down, so that way it's restricted from certain words and certain things, and it definitely takes away from the movie for sure. Again, I love Fred Savage. I think every scene with Fred Savage in Deadpool is awesome, but it's not a lot of the movie. It's only probably about 12 to 15 minutes, so don't expect a lot of Fred Savage in this movie. It's really just Deadpool and the story of Deadpool 2 told from a different PG-13 style perspective. Now, taking that all into account, this is still a fun time, and because it's a fun time, I think you should go out and see it, but I don't think that this is a movie necessarily you can bring your kids out to go see, because there is still, even though this is a PG-13 filtered version of Deadpool 2, it still has that mature comedy, those things that are too explicit for certain moviegoers, and that could be my one thing about this movie. It's still violent. It doesn't show blood, but it's still violent in the way of that you still see limbs, you still see all these things happening, and that can really be unsettling. But it is a fun time, and hey, you know what? For 12 days of Deadpool, it's not a bad treat at all. It's a great Christmas gift. And I was actually planning on seeing this movie on Friday, but my local theater, it was only playing today and tomorrow, and I'm busy tomorrow, so I had to go tonight to see it, so it was only 2 nights. So make sure you check your listings for your show times, because it might not be showing all 12 days. It might just be showing for like the weekend or a couple days, or maybe even tomorrow or something. You might not have a lot of chances. So if you really want to see this version, make sure you check your listings to your local theater. But there's one more thing I want to talk about, and that is the movie-going experience. Now, I don't like going into a theater where people are disrespectful and they're ignorant, and that was my problem also with this film, is that there was somebody sitting behind me who was putting their feet up on the seat in front of them, which was right next to me, and that bothered me so bad, because it's like, you're not at home, you're not a monkey, you're not an animal. Why don't you have some respect, and not only have respect for the theater and the seat, and not only that, but have respect for the people who work there, but also have respect for me as a movie fan, as a member of the audience. Have some respect for me. I don't want to see your disgusting, nasty, smelly feet in my face as I'm watching something, because that just bothers me. Have some respect when you're at the theater. Know that you're not the only one there, and that you're not in your living room, and stop acting like you're 10 years old, because the world doesn't depend on you, and nor will it ever. But anyway, guys, these are my full thoughts. I just wanted to get that disclaimer out there, because this is something that I've seen quite often, is people act like they're at home, their own time, their own couch, by themselves, and that just bothers me. Don't put your feet up on the seat. Come on. Don't do that. You weren't raised like an animal. But anyway, guys, make sure you give this video a like. Subscribe to this channel if you're new. I have awesome content like this and more coming as well within the next couple weeks. What did you guys think about Once Upon a Deadpool? Make sure you comment below and let me know your thoughts. And as always, I'll see you guys in my next video. Goodbye.